This conference will now be recorded.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, sorry, she's loud and fast. All right. Let him call us. Oh, sorry. Good.
Call to order the work session, April 28th, 2025. To order at 6 p.m. Any additions or corrections to the agenda? If not, will somebody like to make a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. Seconded?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Counselor Wagner. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. Motion carried. Okay, discussion, sewer loan discussion.
All right, so as you guys know, we had to borrow money from IFA to finish out the sewer project. So we got our final numbers and it's just a little over 1.4 million. So on this fund page, what I've done is giving you some different scenarios. So the way it works is for the first 3 years, we have interest only payment, and it's 3.15% of the outstanding principal. And at the end of that 3 years, they take what we borrowed and what other cities have borrowed, and then they go out and refi it for a 30-year term. And that's going to be right now, the rate, I think he said was 4.8, 0.08, I think it's 08. And then that will be our interest rate. So we have some options. We can make some prepayments now towards the principal and pay it down, or we can just wait till the refi. And then if we wait until the end and we don't make any prepayments, then our annual payment's going to be a little over $82,000, and it's going to make the rate, the sewer loan rate, go up $6.70. So if by looking at these other scenarios, my goal was to try to get that principal that we refinance to be a little bit lower. So with the interest only, which is $44,356, that's the minimum that we're going to be paying this next year. That's going to increase the rate by almost a little over $3. So if we wanted to tack on an extra $2 to increase it to $5, then you see there where we would be paying $25,488 to the principal. Then the year 2, we could tack on another $2 and shave off almost $51,000. Year 3, another 2. So, and then over on the end, you see the increases, what that will do to the sewer loan repayment fee. So it goes from, right now it's, well, $19.65, I think that's what it is right now. So it would go $570, $775, and then to $980. But then when we refied at the end, it would drop back down to $6. It would only be $6 more than what we're paying right now. So there's different scenarios. So we were hoping for was to incrementally raise that so that it's not one big jump in 3 years. And if we can do it slowly and accumulate some extra and then apply that extra to that loan every year, then whatever's left is going to be still going to be a big number, but it's not going to be as horrible. So it's just, that's why I wanted to talk to you guys ahead of the budget, just so that we can kind of figure out what you would like that to look like.
What direction?
Yeah. Let me back up a little bit in history. Several years ago, before we paid off the sewer loan,
The big one.
Mm-hmm.
what was the rate? Because we dropped it almost $10. I remember.
We took,
Maybe even more.
it was more. We were,
Or
I think.
20?
Yeah, 20.
30 some, there was 30 some dollars, I think.
I think it was 36 something.
It was almost.
Before, and then right after we paid it off, we dropped it
Right.
substantially.
And that's because you guys, or well, council at the time decided not to re-amortize the balance. We just kept paying that big huge
Yeah.
payment to get rid of it. And that's kind of why, and I included this with your stuff here, this is our outstanding debt today. And you'll see that this DEQ loan falls off in 2032. And so the other little thing that the requirement with this loan is once it's refinanced, we won't be allowed to make any additional payments to the principal for 10 years. But when that 10 years is up, then we can start applying more to the principal. So my thought was, when this DEQ loan is paid off, we just continue on and use that money to apply to this IFA loan and make it go away.
So we owe 1.408. That's the total?
Yeah.
Okay, 140. Okay.
Mhm.
And then,
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like option one.
that's a lot. That's not quite 14
And,
million.
you know, when we paid off the full sewer loan, you know, and dropped the rate, I mean, it was really good for our consumers, and it almost gives us a little cushion here. I mean, you know what I mean? As far as
Well, that's,
we know we're going to have to raise it a little bit, but I mean,
yeah, and so we've got, we can either just raise it to $3 this next year to pay that interest only, and then the following year, you can add a couple more dollars and a couple more dollars, or you can jump it up the $5 the first year, and then 2 and 2. I mean, there's each one of these is a different option, and you can see what that does to how much that'll increase the rate. So it's just whatever, we're comfortable with as a group, what you think, what you're willing to defend, I guess, and what.
And then there also is a little bit, it's not a straight, if you went option one, it's not a straight 570 over the overall bill because water is going down
A little bit.
Yeah.
But you can't
bank on.
base it on that
Yeah.
because next year it might be completely different.
Right.
So I wanted you to see,
The ugly by
just
itself, but then,
just
yeah.
the sewer loan payment is all these numbers are relating to. So.
and a lot of this increase was just, we were kind of a victim of the times with the price of steel and the inflation in material and.
And the
Am I
requirement to do
correct?
it. Yeah, and the requirement to
And
do
when
it.
when we had the design, by the time construction came around, costs had gone up so much that.
We had to go out twice trying to get
Yeah.
someone in our bid market.
Just the facts of life, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now, the way I've got the budget is I've got option one is what I put in there. But if you guys don't want to go that route, then I'll back it out.
But everything is,
we have to do the 44,000 and the interest payment has to go.
So there was nothing that lied to construction.
no,
No,
Their bid, and we went with it and
yeah, no.
no, nothing was
It
over.
wasn't a surprise afterwards. We knew
Right.
at the beginning that we
Okay.
were going to be short.
right.
How many years has it been since that payoff of that sewer project? It's been a while, hasn't it?
I was trying to look it up, but I was trying to I was trying to log into Muni billing to see my bill, to be able to see it.
I bet it was,
5 years ago.
no, it was longer than
I
that,
want to say it was like 7 or 8.
15 or 16.
Yeah.
Oh,
The big one,
the big one, yeah.
because it was when we finished the sewer treatment plant. It was after that. because-
Yeah.
Oh, I know why I can't log in. They're doing their upgrade
Oh,
or whatever.
it's been a long time.
I thought it was like 37.60 and it went down $20 to like 18 something. But it was $20 we got off the rate every month.
And
For every
that was
customer.
huge.
Yeah. No one said anything. It was a
Of
good
course not.
job.
They complain the next year when
Yeah.
it's $1.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, we're still 19 in the good here. Come on. But And you have option one in there with everything
That's what's in the budget.
functioning
Option
and
1 year.
balancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
The 5 is in there.
That, yeah, that bumps the rate. And then I think the water, we've got a little, well, the water loan is weird. It's not the same every year. So this year the payment's less. So what we need to collect is less. So that rate is going to go down like $1. So
there's it's going to be pretty close.
It'll offset this.
yeah, a little,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a
So
question about that rate. So is that how much you expect your bill to go up? How much your
the sewer loan payment
rate? No, I'm sorry, the increase in the
Yeah,
rate that
that's just the sewer loan rate.
Okay, but is that how much I would expect my bill to go up?
If nothing else changed, yes. But the water,
Overall, not by a rate and how much I'm using, not a consumption addition to that.
no.
It would be an extra $5.70 on my.
On that line on your bill, yes. But the water rate may be lower. Yeah. Thoughts, questions?
So the only difference on option 2 is the third year, right? Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, the third year is just, we don't bump it again. And you just leave it at the 2740 for 2 years. And then when we refinance it, it would drop to the 610. So the differences aren't huge just because of the amount of ratepayers we have, but I figured I wasn't going to try to be too aggressive and try to, bump it up $5 every year, then everybody would freak out. So.
Right.
Well, and I think that it gets locked in for 10 years if the rate can sustain the increase to pay off some of the principal, that's a smart move for the city.
Yeah, so we can lock in at that, let's say we lock in at the $6, that's our increase for 10 years. That's going to be $25.65, that won't change until that DEQ loan gets paid off. And then
At that time, you
At that
choose to
time-
either,
we either drop it or we just keep collecting. And then once our 10-year moratorium is up on the prepayments, then we just dump like we did with, and that's what we did with DEQ. We just dumped a ton of money on it and got it.
not pay the interest. That we have to pay that much interest?
Yeah, did they lock you into 10-year?
Yeah.
So the locked-in rate after 3 years will be 25.65
If we go with option 1, yeah.
if we go with option 1, which is only $5 more than what we're paying now, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
Take, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not that much difference,
No.
but
But over time,
yeah,
70 cents a month makes a difference.
right.
It's huge. I appreciate
And then
the option.
we're saving money
Did it and then I redid it.
with option 1
again.
versus option 4, quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd save almost
I mean-
$1 in the payment
You'd say, yeah,
per
but I mean,
the
over-
customer, yeah.
over time, you'd be saving $9,000.
Well, and I think there's sometimes where the situation you can't, but it's almost like no one's going to want their bill to go up, but we know we have to pay this money back. So you kind of have to, and we've always talked about kind of just, if there's an increase, it just being stable, slow, and not up, down, because people don't like that. They think that looks not good, so.
I don't like that. I like it when it's, yeah.
It's like, oh, it's this much now, and then it stays that way.
Prior to 2016, before we had reserves on these.
Yeah, there was
Then
that,
it
more of
did.
that fluctuation, yeah,
But now we have reserves and we could
kind of
maintain it.
make it less stressful for everyone.
That's the way I understand it anyway.
Yeah,
So to clarify, option 1 in the long run after year 4 is going to be less
Less on the rate, yeah.
on the rate than go, so it's penny wise, pound foolish kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
So the interest rate would be 4 point, what did you
Right now,
say?
it's 4.08.
4 point, that's pretty
But
good.
but that's, yeah, it could be,
it could change. It could be higher.
So there's an adjustable rate on it?
Well, that's just what it is right today.
Okay,
This is from the guy at the IFA. I was talking to him, but in the three years down the road, when they refinance all of this, it could be lower, hopefully,
oh, yeah,
or it could be more. We don't know.
okay.
So,
We just remember they made us sign the paperwork to do the first 3 years of this interim
Right.
financing.
Which we
where
already
you
did.
pay, right, where you pay just interest, but you are allowed to pay against principal. And then after that 3 years, we're locked for 10 years, not being able to pay any on the principal.
Wow, that's a long
no
time.
extra, yeah.
Yeah, no extra.
Makes sense. I mean, it makes sense to them.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Someone's collecting the interest.
Yes.
Yeah,
They got to
They
pay
got to
for all
make sure
this.
we're at their mercy.
Right.
The next
And
guy.
if I win the lottery, the big one, then this all goes away anyways.
Are there any grants we could apply for this? or-
Not after the fact.
Not after the fact.
Okay,
We got,
2/3 of the project done.
exhausted every avenue.
Yeah, for nothing, but
we had a lot of grant already for that project.
so like
okay.
almost $5 million thing is costing us 1.4 in our money
I was just gonna ask, was it
Yeah.
5 million?
with the design and the construction and all
That's
the
everything.
things we bought ahead. Yeah. So it's still a really great deal for our community. It's just a big hit for a town of 2,400. But it was a requirement of DEQ to fix all that. So
It had to be done.
yeah. When your regulatory people are making you, you kind of have no choice.
Well,
I mean, you can say pound sand, but then you get fines or you get cut off and there's other problems.
it was the right thing to do.
So we're kind of looking for a general consensus tonight.
Well, like I said, I've got option one is what I've got currently in the budget. So
Yeah.
Okay,
unless somebody thinks that's a horrible idea, that's what I'm going to propose.
It's only $2 more than what is required.
Yeah.
So if you want to look at it that way, we have to pay the $3 because that is the interest payment.
And then once we get I've got all the final numbers in there, and I think we're going to be saving at least a couple dollars on the water side. So the overall
It
bill
will be, yeah.
it won't necessarily be a $6 or a $5.70 increase overall, just on that line.
when we send out a notice like this, telling the consumers about that rate increase and what we're doing tonight and what happened and what we initially, are faced with. Is there a good way to explain that? And we could send that out to the consumers and so they, a lot of people won't even
It'll be part of the rate discussion.
notice in
Yeah.
there, they'll just pay their bill.
Yeah, so after budget, once the budget committee's approved it to go to council, then Ben will put all those final numbers in the calculator and do that 2-pager, which we publish on the website
Okay,
in his data stream of all the evidence of what's happening in the water and sewer. And so people could go and read basically the methodology. This is why this went up, he kind of puts that hit
Cool.
and explains it in there for people. We don't necessarily send it in the water bills because of cost, and a lot of people just throw it away or
yeah.
don't read it. So
Okay.
we try to we'll put on the city's Facebook page, a link to it to go to,
Yeah.
kind of, hey, blah,
And
blah,
then you
blah.
guys will talk about it here too.
Yeah, in
So
a
it's-
public meeting, you'll have to
Sure.
go over that report and set that rate.
Yep.
So then we'll all know
Well-
exactly what it is.
I like option one. I think it's pretty good
I think it's,
personally.
yeah, I think it's, we know what the ugly is, so
Yeah.
can't hurt to pay a little bit down. I hate paying interest.
Yeah.
I think it's just a waste of money. It's just like some billionaire's fly-by account, and I'm like, what am I doing? Some hedge fund guys on
Yeah,
vacation.
hopefully by the time we refinance, or they refinance it, well.
It'd be awesome if it was lower.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and if we can keep it up there and set that money aside to make a down payment when it changes,
Yeah,
will make a big difference on the consumers later too.
yeah.
right. Leaving it better than we found it, hopefully.
Yes.
My goal was always to have all the loans paid off before I quit, but you'll be dead before that happens.
I don't know.
57.
I don't have 30 more years in me, I don't think.
What?
Not here. I'll be in the loony bin.
Neither do we.
Pretty sure I won't. Council still
Right.
in 32 years.
We can just hope our grandkids get a benefit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that your option one is very fiscally responsible and the best for the citizens, that have to pay it in the long run, in the long term. It's 2 years of a little bit more pain and then it drops.
Yeah.
They'll be so happy when it drops.
They will.
Right.
Thank you for putting this out for us.
Yeah.
Makes it easier to see.
All I gotta say is somebody asks, well, it's like, you know what? There's no more sewer running on the ground. I'll pay the extra.
It's worth it to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe just do a consensus so that's in the record. Since you can't vote,
Yeah.
but then if anyone does abstain from the consensus, then we'll know that for the record.
Everyone have a thumbs up?
I am
Right.
in consensus for option.
Sounds like we have 4
Okay.
yays on the option 1.
All right.
For consensus.
Consent.
The consensus for option 1. Yeah.
Okay.
When Dale's with us again, we can,
Yeah. Well, we went,
Before he left and
he kind of knew what was,
yeah,
I ran through it with him
Okay.
before he left. So
good.
he'll know when he sees it in the budget what the 4
Yeah.
people were okay with. And
Yeah.
I think he was that way too, but hard to say if he's not.
Well, again, I'd like to have a shout out for Josette and all the work staff did, Angie and Mike Lyda too, construction. I mean, you guys work together and
Yeah.
you were faced with a couple hurdles, which you overcame, and we're going to have a public hearing, I believe, on the next council meeting.
Yeah.
So
close it out.
after that meeting, it'll all be closed
Yep.
and we can move on. And again, thanks, Josette, for all the work you did
Sure.
there, and Angie and
Yeah.
Robert and Mike Lyda and his crew. So that's pretty awesome.
Yep, I feel like I've been with the whole thing 20 some years ago. It's like, that's gone.
Right.
It's water
Once
over
it's
the dam.
Done.
It's done. I have no more ill feeling.
Right. Good.
Plus and I sat with and talked with Josette about it, and she was pretty adamant about this will take care of the problem. But there were a lot of other people that didn't,
Right,
I'm
they
not
weren't
sure.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad it worked
It's
out.
working as.
It passed a pretty good test shortly after they got it all
It
hooked.
did.
So,
And we're
We-
working every year on the I&I and grouting the manholes and
Yeah.
solving those problems so that risk should keep going down, down,
Less
down.
water coming off the hill.
yep.
Yes.
Yeah. And then getting people's stormwater diverted changes a lot too. And we found a few that we're like gonna have to chase down. We're like, oh, you're an I&I problem. We're gonna address you this summer, so you don't contribute this winter. But
So thank you for all
Yeah.
attending, and thank you again, Angie, for putting this together. And so if there's no other discussion, I'll adjourn the meeting at 6:24 PM. Meeting adjourned.
Angie, can I get a copy of that?
Sweet.
Oh, just the change orders, documents, I just want to see where all the money went. No, I don't know.
You probably don't remember the name of the stuff you bought to stain it.
On that detail in my system, but
You mean, are you wanting to see like the pay request and where the
And how they
breakdown?
match.
If it's the same stuff that Craig got.
It's really good.
Came about and how that money was just the fund, the.
Marvin had me get it.
tracked
He would know.
Throughout the life of the project.
So it's a little bit weird because
You had to buy 5 gallons of it.